Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name's Kayleigh and I make videos about travel, lifestyle and teaching. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. For those of you who don't know, I live and work in China, and I'm sure that you are aware of, or you've even experienced some outbreaks of the coronavirus in your countries or where you live. So I've been here for 2 years now, and we've been here throughout the entire pandemic. So I really wanted to make a video to show what it's been like living in China during this time. I would really like to say that I actually think the people of China and the government of China have done absolutely everything they could to prevent it breaking out to other countries, and they've really tried to take care of all the citizens in China, even for the foreign people. So as we're living in China during this time, there are some things that we have to do all the time. So the first thing that we have to do is that we have to wear our masks whenever we want to go outside. Sometimes we even wear it when we are just in our residential area, just to make sure that you're not breathing in any contaminated air. The next thing that we always carry with us is antibacterial hand gel. Of course, washing your hands it's a common sense thing to do to make sure that you stay clean and healthy, but this is really good to have when you go to the supermarkets, or when you're touching door handles that maybe other people have used. So we always carry some bottles of this with us. Now I wear glasses anyway, but in recent weeks we found out that actually the particles can go in through your eyes. So it's a really good idea to wear glasses to try to protect yourself. Of course, things like goggles would be more suitable to make sure that you're fully protected, but they're telling us that it's a good idea to protect our eyes. So now whenever we want to go to the supermarket or we want to enter a building, we have to carry our passports with us. The Chinese nationals here, they have an identity card, but because we don't have those, we're expected to take our passports with us before we're allowed in. My husband's passport is actually with the visa company that are in China, so he has this special paper which is kind of like a substitute for his passport, so he can use that. And I also carry my work card with me. This is just in case they need to contact someone. This has at least some Chinese on it, so they know which school I work for. And I think it's always good to have with you, just in case the police or a company, anyone's asking you questions before you go into a place. So we recently went to do a little bit of food shopping. We haven't been going out very much at all. We've tried to limit it to once every 2 weeks. We were actually quarantined in our apartment for around 2.5 weeks. And now we've moved to another location, still in the same city. So we went to the supermarket and we took some videos. So I'm going to kind of montage those together so you can see what it's been like. So as you can see, to get out of our complex, we have to check our temperatures, and we have to sign out with all of our information. This includes our passport numbers, where we're from, and how we're feeling, our general health. So this is what you can see us doing now. And you can see there are some Chinese staff helping me, and they all have masks on. So we've got outside the campus, and as you can see, there are no cars around whatsoever. This is because they've actually blocked off all the entrances and exits to our city. We've montaged a few pictures that will show you how they've achieved this. So because there are no buses running, we have to get a taxi. The driver, as you can see, has to wear a mask before we can enter, and we also have to be wearing a mask. And as you can see, the streets are completely empty. So we've arrived to the shopping mall. For a little bit of context, our city has 1.2 million people in it. And as you will see in the coming footage, there's just a handful of people around. So we're going to try to go to the supermarket to get some food and see what we can get. As you can see here, there are stores and shops burning incense sticks, and this is something the Chinese people do to purify the air. So now we're going to try to get into the supermarket and see what we can buy. So before entering, you have to go through a series of checks, which include checking your temperature. They also offer you hand sanitizer. We actually carry some in our bag, so we don't need it. You can see here the guy is just checking my temperature on my wrist, and now my husband's on his forehead. So we just entered into the shopping mall. The supermarket is here. As you can see, it is completely empty. There's just one lady who's on her way out. They did instruct us not to stay inside for too long, so you just go in, get what you need, and then you try to leave as soon as possible. Some of the shops remained open, but sadly I can imagine that they are probably losing a lot of money just because people are not going outside. Actually, I anticipate that many of them will close for the coming weeks. This is us on our way into the supermarket, and there's no one there again. You can see there's a lot of Chinese products, but sadly when it comes to the fresh meat sections, there is hardly nothing, and we haven't been buying it because we don't know how old it is or how safe it is to eat. There was actually quite a lot of fruit and vegetables available, but the only problem is because they're not getting fresh produce every day, we really had to dig around to find some of the fresher ones. So it was a little bit challenging, but not as difficult as we'd expected. So a lot of the Chinese citizens, they like this dried fish. So here you can see like some of the snacks that they can pick up, which will, just help to maintain their protein levels throughout the coronavirus situation. You can see some dried squid there. I don't eat any of this stuff, so this is more to show you what's available. But in terms of the live fish section, where you can pick the ones that you want, this is completely empty. We think this is due to the government not allowing people to sell fresh fish, but also I doubt they can get the produce in. I doubt they can get fresh stocks in. So this is my husband just stocking up on some potatoes for us. We try to go out maybe once every 2 weeks. So we just try to get as much as we possibly can. So we stocked up on everything that we need. We also got some snacks and some instant noodles just for those last few days when it's a bit tight to be getting our food. So that's it, and now we're on our way back in the taxi, and this one has a protective screen to keep everyone safe and healthy. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and you can check out our other videos just here.